some reason, the one that goes on this one kept on breaking. I don't know what it is about this, but for some reason my cats love an empty cardboard box. You throw one on the porch and they'll lay in it till you throw it away. I don't know what it is about it. What do you think, Cabbage? He's hungry, that's a shocker. I know my windshield will be filthy by the end of the day, but at least it'll be clean when we started. I can't stand dirty windshields on cab tractors, I tell you. I should have washed this one first. There's mud all over it, my goodness. Best glass cleaner I have ever used, not sponsored, made by Amsoil. I buy this stuff by the case and I use it to clean just about everything. Works really good, and if you're watching Amsoil, I could use another case of it, but you're probably not. Well, if you guys hear that in the background, but all my neighbors are mowing hay today. Some of them are bush hogging, all kinds of stuff going on. I need another paper towel, my goodness. What a mess. We'll give this tractor a proper bath after we get this hay baled up. All right, guys, we are making hay today, and we're not going to round bale just yet because we need to make our windrows down there in the fields. Let me show you. All right, guys, real fast because we're racing the clock today. I got about 5 acres to bale, and before we bale it, I got to get on my other tractor and do my windrows. My biggest field is right there. That's about 3 acres. I got about a ½ acre right here, and 1 acre beside the sawmill, and another acre in front of the double wide over there. So about 5 acres total. We should get this done by 3 o'clock if it does rain at 3 o'clock. But before we can make our hay bales, we gotta do our windrows, and that's where we're going to use this old antique attachment here. It's not really antique, but it looks pretty old. So over here on the 5835 TYM, this is my open station tractor. And I'll tell you what, guys, I didn't have a canopy last year, and it makes a big difference. I should have got this when I bought this tractor almost 2 years ago. Makes a huge difference. But anyways, we're using a New Holland row bar hay rake, 256 model. I bought this locally off a gentleman who got it from his dad that passed away. It was a one owner. It was left outside its entire life. That's why it's got the rust on it. But guys, don't let it fool you. This thing works really good. It rates your windrows up perfectly, and I really like it. So the dew's dried off. I think we're good to go. I'm gonna warm up the tractor and start making some windrows, and hopefully here in about 1.5 hours or maybe less, we'll be making some round bales. The time is 11:05 now, and the rain's supposed to be here at 3 o'clock. It's a 45% chance. That's a pretty good chance. And I don't care if it rains after the bales are made. That's not going to affect nothing, but I got to get them rolled up before it rains. Let's get going. All right, guys, got my windrows done, and that was not my best work. I tell you what, that was kind of sloppy, but I was in a hurry. Normally I take my time when doing that, but the rain will be here in about an hour. They moved it up on me, so I gotta get going and get some bales made before it gets here. So in case you guys are wondering, the round bales are okay if they're out here in the rain after you make them, but the windrows need to stay dry so you can get those made into the bales before it does rain. That's kind of confusing, isn't it? So it's okay if they get wet after you make them, but you got to get them made before it rains. That's kind of backwards, but that's the way it is. And guys, this hay rate is hard to beat. I'll tell you what, best $800 I ever spent. I think brand new they're about $4,000. All right, guys, the rain actually went around probably 4 times. I can't believe it. At one point it was 90% chance within like 10 minutes, and I could see it coming over the mountain, and it just kept on going that way. It went around me, thank goodness. We was able to get done, and the last bale is in the baler, but it's not full size, but usually at the end of the day, your last bale is usually a little bit smaller than usual. So I've been making 4x4 bales today. That's my usual size. And right here is actually a 4x5. I stop right there at that line, and I'm not even to the halfway point. I'm almost to the halfway point right there. So we got a pretty small bale in here, probably 4x3 or something like that. And this is bale number 27. And guys, I'm not lying about this. It's starting to rain on my last bale. Perfect timing. I did have one problem today, guys, and that is I got low on twine. That's my last row, and there's not much left right there. This one ran out on me, and usually I can run 2 strings on this baler, but for some reason the one that goes on this one kept on breaking. I'm not sure what's going on there, so I had to run this one twice. So every time I ran my twine on my bale, I had to do it 2 times in a row, which took longer, but that's the way it is. I'm not sure what's going on there. For some reason, it just would not feed off there. I don't know what's going on. We'll have to look at that later. All right, guys, real fast. Sorry for hollering at you. I got you all inside the baler, so make sure you got your safety glasses on, and you would get a first row seat of how this twine goes down through here and wraps up the bale. I've never seen this either. This will be interesting for me also. Don't go anywhere, and hopefully this camera doesn't fall down in here. All right, guys, I take back what I said. Let's call this 26 and a half. Still a good day though. That's a good looking bale right there. So this was perfect timing, guys. While I was moving those bales, the UPS truck showed up. And this was actually in a box just a few minutes ago, but it was tore up pretty bad, and hopefully all the parts are here. But anyways, they brought this hay spear. Oh, sorry, knocked you guys over there. Let me move you guys out of the way. I don't want to knock you over again. So anyways, they brought me a hay spear that goes on the rear of the tractor. I ordered this on Amazon a few days ago. I thought it wouldn't come until tomorrow, so this is actually good timing. And this is a cheap tractor attachment that I got on Amazon, probably made in China. It cost about $200, but I was needing one pretty bad, and the local co-op is sold out of them. So it is what it is. I went ahead and bought one. And I've got about 8 bales left out there to bring in, so this right here should make it go a whole lot faster, especially for future cuttings. And we're supposed to have some rain move in here in about 30 minutes, so hopefully we'll get those bales moved over before it rains. Let's try number 7. Lucky number 7. I'm sure this is metric. I'll be shocked if it's not. Yep. No, it's too big. No, that's it, number 7. Cheap hose clamp, not worth keeping. Usually I keep stuff like this. Tell you guys what, one of the best things I ever did was finally organize this new shop up here and all my tools. Made such a big difference in getting stuff done. Number 14 on that one. You guys interested in this hay spear? Like I said, I bought this one with my own money on Amazon, and it says on here the recommended loading weight is 2,000 pounds. Working load limit is 3,000. So that will handle any size bale that I want to do here. Make sure I go the right way. Torque that down. That shouldn't go anywhere. main spear goes right here on the top, but I think I'll wait and not put that on until it's actually on the tractor. That'll make it a whole lot lighter. All right, friends, I finished just in time. Just put up all the hay equipment, the baler, all the tractors, and now the rain is here. Supposed to get a 1/2 inch of rain tonight. And I was gonna come down here and work on some of this poplar, but this rain's getting kind of bad. We're supposed to have some really bad thunderstorms here in about 30 minutes, so I'm gonna head it to the house. So in closing here, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
Hello, Liza. How do you do? I'm writing you a letter. I hope it reaches you. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me.